I think there's a lot of issues, but inflation is probably front and center. I don't know whether Democrats came to the party late to acknowledge that and focused on other things or not. What's your view on that? That's what seems to be on voters' minds when they're polled.
Joe, you're right. It is on voters' minds. I think we should be talking more about the economy. We should have acknowledged inflation earlier, and then we should make a choice. Here's the choice. Democrats, we want to bring manufacturing back. We want to bring supply chains back. We want to put money in the pockets of working class. What are the Republicans running on? Objectively, they're saying, let's extend the Trump tax cuts.
Right.
How did that work out in Britain? Wasn't that what Liz Truss tried? She almost bankrupted the British economy. How can they say they want to fight inflation when they're literally running on what Liz Truss just tried to do in Britain?
We've had this discussion a lot recently about whether the tax cuts were beneficial or not. And, you know, from my point of view, I think that the reason that the deficit is down so much is because of the rip-roaring receipts that the federal government has taken in as we've recovered from the pandemic. And we were doing pretty well before the pandemic hit. Wages were growing. Income was growing. I want to get back to talking about something, because we had a discussion earlier today with Halima Croft, who was at the Davos in the Desert meeting with the Saudis and other members. Obviously, you have said we should, I guess, penalize the Saudis for not cooperating with us on trying to keep oil prices down. And I understand your rationale, but listening to her, I'm not convinced they're doing it to try and hurt us. I think they're doing it in large part because of their own domestic concerns. And if we were to stop giving them help as a counter to Iran and their intentions in the Middle East, I think it could have unintended consequences. Do you think about those things, Ro?
I do. First of all, I don't care what their motives are. I care what the impact they have on Americans. My job is to help make sure Americans are strong and aren't paying a lot at the pump. And I know what we give them. I mean, we give them more military technology than almost any other ally. We have so many joint defense arrangements. We give them 70% of their arms. And they're making over 70% profits on each barrel of oil.
Right.
You know, you and I have gone after big oil. Big oil companies are saints compared to what the Saudis are doing. And then they're going to go make more money off when we are one of their closest allies? No.
You know, we can cut that soundbite and just have it exactly what you just said, that the big oil companies are saints, and we might do that.
That'd be like Republican advertising these days.
So I'm not trying to trap you, but the reason, would you at least acknowledge that the rush to renewables globally, and especially in Europe, emboldened Putin to be able to sort of hold that entire continent hostage? And that, in large part, is why we have a lot of this inflation, and a lot of the issues that we're dealing with right now can go back to that, to the attack by the Biden administration on fossil fuels.
I don't think that's the case in the United States. In Europe, yes. I mean, Germany.
They rushed it, but there was a time when you said we're not going fast enough. We're not matching Europe on cutting production.
Well, we've gone a lot slower than Europe. So
we have,
but then you can't turn around and say, well, then we go too fast.
Germany should have.
We haven't shut down nuclear plants. We haven't, you know.
Well, Germany should have done nuclear. Even Chancellor Scholz, when we met him with Speaker Pelosi, he acknowledged that, and he's on the left, that Germany needs to have nuclear as part of its option. But in the United States, and look, you were right about the numbers, the highest, when we had a past conversation. 2019 was the peak of oil production. We're not quite there yet. But by 2023, we're going to be at the highest production. So this idea that we're not producing is just not true.